All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So, an interesting group of stocks to be talking about today. So, first, we're going to talk about DWAC. If you look at DWAC, more than likely you're also looking at FUN, PHUN. So, we will look at that as well. And then Finger. All right, I'm going to do Finger one more time. I'll be honest, I was actually a little surprised at how many people were interested in that stock. And I was a little brief with my analysis last time. I definitely said it wasn't going to do well, and it actually didn't. It dropped about I think more than 10% on Friday, right? But I'll talk about that one a little bit more. But I mean, obviously, the big story really is DWAC. All right. We'll talk about the news. I care about more the technicals and these lines and the news itself. But yeah, it was an interesting piece of news. Truth be told, it's a lot of what made AMC run as well on Friday, right? So, and then again, if you look at DWAC, you should kind of look at FUN. Truth be told, I don't actually know what the FUN chart looks like. So that'll actually be a little bit of a live review together. But real quick, before we go any further, what are we going to do today? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how these things are setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we are done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please subscribe to the channel, share this video on the internet, comment good or bad. Look, I swear, if you disagree with what I got to say, I'm not here to hate on you or any bash on you, none of that silliness, right? When educated people share their thoughts, really good things do happen. You know what I mean? So, look, let's get into it. And again, clearly 50% is beyond a recent runner, all right? And in so many, this thing actually flew to 25 and change, right? Like, this is wild, especially coming off the fact that we were sub 15 the day before, right? So, normally I don't talk about the news, but I think it's a little interesting to talk about the news here. So what does happen based on what I read was that there was some fraud charges that were settled, okay? And the fact that got settled, there's reason to believe that Trump's actual social media platform might actually go live. From what I understand, his version of Twitter or whatever it is, or his version of Thread, whatever it is, that's not live yet. Let me know if that's inaccurate. But from what I read, a lot of that was kind of riding on this settlement thing. So, again, what does settlement mean? I don't know if it means that he actually said he's guilty. I don't know if they settled and they admitted he wasn't guilty. And either way, generally, you don't have to say either. Some sort of cash stuff happens off the table and there it is, right? So I think people got really excited, one, on the fact that, it got settled. But two, I think the underlying question now is, what's going to happen with this thing going live? And again, if I'm wrong, let me know, but I'm pretty sure that's how I read that, right? So, look, we are over all the moving averages, and what's actually more interesting is kind of looking back at the couple days before, okay? So we make, this is a horizontal cluster with 4 of the 5 lines, right? So it gets very tight, gets very tight, gets very tight. This one breaks them all. This is not a good confirmation, but if you look, let's take a look at the box over there, okay? This 1336 that it closes is over the 8, over the 20, over the 50, and still over the 100. It actually holds all 4 moving averages despite not doing, as well as it is. Is that enough to actually believe that would have been indicative of this jump? I don't know. And I remember seeing the after hours movement. I think I saw it around 16 or 20%. And I didn't jump in. I'll be real honest with you. I made no money on this. I'm a little sad, don't get me wrong, because that's a fantastic single day, right? But I think the question's going to be, what's Monday going to do? First thing I do want to know, what did post hour? Okay, it came down a little bit, but not that much, all right? Again, 20 to let's roughly, what did it go down to? Let's get the actual number to 1950. That's actually basically where I clicked. That's less than a 10% drop, right? $2 would have been a 10% drop, taking it to 18. This thing was holding 19 and change, right? So in my head, that post market down was pretty insignificant, all right? Now look, volume, the last few days, let's start right here, right? Let's take a look at the box over there, 200K. Next day, what is it? 200K. Next day, 500K. Next day, 2 million. All right, that was a decent little climb. Then out of nowhere, we go from 2 million to 30 million, right? We basically 15x this thing in volume, okay? Do we think that volume's going to hold on Monday? I'll be honest, there's a chance. The other issue that this now kind of has is AMC, all right? I don't know if you watched my AMC video, but look, AMC looks normal here, but in post-market does this wild, crazy break, all right? So what might have been, I'm going to actually keep it here. No, we don't need it. What might have been all eyes and attention on DWAC for dropping a 50 burger, right? Like what actually happened was AMC might have swooped in, taken a lot of the attention, and that might make it that much harder for DWAC to hold volume, right? Look, I'm just throwing theories out there, right? Like I have no crystal ball. I got no idea what tomorrow's going to do, but one more time, let me just show it. After hours, again, I'm going to say one more time, this drop is actually pretty insignificant. It wasn't that much. However, this pop up was a whole mess on AMC, takes this thing all the way to 138 million shares. Where was DWAC? End of the day, only 31, right? So, I mean, I don't know. I'm just giving my thoughts, right? And you know, my golden rules, if you go into my knowledge center, volume's number 2, man. Volume is king. So it's going to be interesting. Look, let's zoom out and just kind of see where we're at. You see that we're well over this line, and that's why this line is pretty important, because it is basically a gap up point right there. And in a lot of ways, it was a gap down point right here as well, right? So this is kind of actually saying the next place we're going to want to go is there. And then the next place we're going to want to go is there, right? Again, it's all about Monday, okay? And I think there's reason to believe this thing will come down to 1825. It's a little higher than this line, right? But 1825 was roughly 50% of this candle right here. I would be, okay, don't click that one. I would be so scared if this thing lost 1666, because I think this will not hold, this 1575, and then you'd probably come down here, which is 1531. It's the top of this guy right here, 1531. But I think that's a little too drastic. I think 1825 is the lowest that this thing should go, all right? I think also this might be able to hold it. Where was that line from? Yeah, that's this horizontal. Okay, I think this is the lowest it goes. Listen, I'm going to set an alert for 2011, okay? I want to know if this thing goes up a few cents from where it closed. And if it does, there's a lot of reason to believe we're coming to 23, right? Like I said, we're red, 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 green, 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 red, 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 right? Like this could be an easy fill. And then again, from here to here is just a whole mess of up and down. And then the next line there is actually up here. Listen, do not have $44 dreams just yet. There's a couple important lines in between where we're at and also Monday's reaction. But man, excuse me, there's some interesting things happening here to say the least, okay? Let's come into the weekly. Oh, wild. We're over all the moving averages on the weekly. There is no 100 yet, correct? Yeah, you can see it right there. There's only 3 moving averages. The one thing I want to say is this is a relatively long line, and I'm obviously not going to sit here and count all the candles, but it seems like this is roughly 50 candles, and the 100 moving average is going to be coming soon, okay? So just something to keep in mind. Nonetheless, as of this week, there are no other moving averages, and we are over it, right? So again, you can see that this 16 line actually ends up with the 50 moving average, give or take. I think that's really good emphasis that that should be the lowest it really goes. But I promise you, if it keeps going up on Monday, hopefully so many reasons. I mean, I just, you know, it could be interesting. We'll see. What was the next one? FUN, PHUN, funware. Okay. Oh, interesting. This is what FUN looks like. I guess post-market went, you're lying. Okay, my understanding is funware is the software that's behind the Trump Twitter thread kind of social media thing. If that's wrong, let me know. But my understanding is that FUN and DWAC have always been kind of hand in hand. And to see this drop, give me a sec real quick. What did DWAC look like before the pop? I guess not fantastic. So maybe that's why. And hey, again, I think the site's not even up yet. So this kind of goes with it. Like, it has no customers, right? I think it got a, oh, damn, I don't even know where all this history is from. But look, long story short, wow, this is not as good a chart as I expected. I don't have too much to say here, but bad things happen under the 8 and the 20. You know that. Bad things happen under all 5 moving averages. And just looking at this thing, aside from this pop, I remember this pop. I think this is where that DWAC Donald Trump connection was. Let me know again if I'm wrong. I mean, I might be. I really might be. But yeah, after this pop, it's been nothing but losing the 8 and the 20. You can just kind of see this orange line standing out, like it's difficult. Crazy dump off too. Very insignificant percentage, but crazy dump off. And really, we have to be at all-time lows, right? Yeah, we're actually pretty deep in all-time lows. Damn. So, you know, yeah, there's not much good to say. I think I expected this to do. Look, I would not touch this stock until 46 cents, all right? 47 cents if you really want to know the truth. I'm not even going to set an alert here. But get me over the average 20, and yeah, I wouldn't mind going 46 to 54. You're adding 10 cents right there, right? That's actually almost a 25% swing. Damn, as I'm saying the words out loud, I think I'm going to set an alert right here. Damn, that's hilarious. Okay, I'm going to set an alert at 43 cents. Let me know 43 cents. So 43 cents obviously gets me over the 8 moving average. Hopefully that red makes it an easy run. But damn, that's only a 3-cent pop. I think I just got greedy right there. I don't think I should have done that. We'll see if that sets off a false trigger. But I think the better move actually is this. Is the 47-cent alert, because that actually has a lot more room before the next resistance. Damn, I got a little greedy right there, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, not a lot of good actually happening in FUN. I'll look at the weekly just to look at it. Yeah, this is horrible. Again, can't even crack the 8 moving average, right? Let alone even testing the 20. So nothing too good here, to say the least. Okay, FNGR. So I'll be honest, I think I was a little surprised at how many people were interested in this. And hey, maybe it was, let me zoom in, there's way too many decimals, we'll do that. Maybe it was because, yeah, this thing had a beautiful run, right? It for sure did. The problem that I always have, and I say this often, right? I focus on the other side, right? You know I love going red, turning to green, but the problem really is green can turn into red, okay? And as of Friday's close, we're under the 8 and the 20. You can see the 20 moving average tried to hold on Thursday. It definitely, you know, wasn't much. It's been a hard fall since losing the 8. That was kind of promising, but yeah, Friday, that's like the only like peak here, right? Like Friday makes me believe this is coming down to 340s, man, 350s. And that's a little more than a 10% drop after the 11% drop we saw on Friday, okay? Now look, it's cool to see that we actually used this 200 moving average as a bounce point, all right? It wasn't super clean. Like I would have loved for it to bounce there and go, but yeah, we fell. We never confirmed we lost it. We, you know, took off from there, okay? So this little moment between the 26th and the 3rd makes me believe. My issue is this, and again, I just know this because I feel like, I don't know why, man, but look, that's, oh, it's not. It was a little more the 20th to the 26th. You can see the 26th to the 3rd was the pop, FNGR. Interesting. All right. I thought that this was a little more tied to that NASDAQ because the rest of the ones did really well there. All right. Maybe the 200 has a little more power than I was giving it credit for. All right. And as I'm starting to look down here, this is kind of where the RSI likes to sit, you know? So maybe this is the lowest we go. Okay. What's your 50%? Yeah, we're pretty much there. No, I don't think. Maybe this is the lowest we go. Maybe 360 362. Basically the bottom of that and the top of that make like just a little bit of a plateau, right? But I think that's a little close enough to this 340 that we might actually touch the 200. But look, bad things happen if you lose the 200. Obviously it was already under the 8 and the 20, and you know I don't like that, right? But I like the fact that the 50's right here. And again, Monday, it seems like it's going up. Tuesday, maybe it gets close enough and these two kind of stack together, and that's kind of the lowest it goes, right? But I think the whole story here is going to be the 200 moving average. Again, I made a really quick video when I covered this. I don't remember exactly when it was. It wasn't that long ago, right? But I basically said bad things were going to happen, and somewhat it did. This time, I think I'm a little more optimistic that, yes, I still think bad things are going to happen on Monday. However, I'm hoping Tuesday or Wednesday catches it and we rebound. Again, it seems like we're very comfortable in this 50's right here, all right? Hopefully we don't go too much lower. Maybe it's like that high 40's. I mean, sorry, low 40's, high 30's, right? But I'm starting to believe that like 340 might be the lowest. And again, I think there's actually a shot at this 260 right here. 260 right there, yeah, because again, it's almost that, like, yeah, maybe. Where's your weekly at? Oof. I don't like that you lost the, again, a little insignificant. That's a really good 8 moving average going up. That's not a bad 20 moving average trying to going up. That's a little bit of a lackluster RSI, but then again, I think a 29% drop is going to do it, right? Hopefully this, come on, this might be a little bit more of a slow and steady thing, which really isn't bad because this thing pops and drops, right? Like if you can actually sustain and go up slowly, hey, you've done it before, you know, and this is insignificant, right? That's nothing, but man, and then really, is this the whole thing? Holy crap. You're telling me, whoa, I had no idea. Hey, if that breaks, obviously that's not all-time highs. Obviously there's a couple candles here, all right? That's clearly all-time high for real. 1080 could be silly here. Oh, I had no idea. I can't believe I didn't even notice that. But I'm gonna be honest. I think finger, give it a couple weeks. Don't need a pop here. Don't need a crazy pump because it might dump. All right. Slow and steady could do well here. Hey, I appreciate your time. Let me know your thoughts. Otherwise, thank you.